Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Yes, this should be Saturday, but yeah, I had some technical difficulties. My phone was full. So I have taken a lot of stuff off, but I only have a certain amount of time before it cuts me off. Dun dun dun. Anyway, this week has been not a good week. It's actually been a super horrible week. Nothing in particular has happened. It's called depression. It's a horrible, horrible disease. And it's okay. Because eventually you get through it. Because it's worth it. But today is a great day. It's like a dreary day. It's like raining snow. And all my snow is melting. Sad. I love snow, people, but it's okay. More will come. It's only January still. Now, I told you last week I was going to talk about my baby because my little man just turned 1 year old on Friday, 2 days ago. And he is so dang cute and so dang awesome. And I love him so much. And we had a big party for him. It was blue. Everything was blue. And we had pizza and all kinds of 1-year-old stuff that he's never going to remember. But we got pictures. So, he can be reminded when he has a girlfriend. And we're like, hey, look how cute your first birthday was. And she's like, oh, look how cute you were. Anyway, besides that, so I was going to tell you the whole story. Well, let's just start out at the very first. I did say that I had a limited amount of time, so I guess I should get to it. In April? Yeah. April, very end of April, beginning of May. My husband and I decided that maybe we should quit trying to not have a baby and see what happens. Well, pretty much the first time that happened, the next day I was like, I'm pretty sure this happened. So, I know, that's TMI, but I just think it's crazy because we're so lucky and blessed, and I feel absolutely so incredibly sad for people who try for years and years and years, and especially when it never happens. So, I got you. I feel bad for you. Anyway, so like a week later, it was really like a week, maybe a week and a half later, I was convinced I was. So I took a pregnancy test without anyone knowing, and bam, it was like super positive. I was so excited. So my whole life it's not been like a dream of mine to have kids. Like I always thought like maybe if I end up in the right situation, and I always said that I would not like to have a child unless I was in a position to take care of it the way I wanted to take care of it, which didn't happen, but here I am making it through just like everybody else, right? So I knew it. I didn't tell my husband. I didn't tell anyone because my whole life I told myself, if I ever do get pregnant, I am not telling anybody until I am really fat and you can tell. There's just no way I'm telling anyone. I was excited. I was super excited. I did not even tell my husband. I told no one. I was so proud of myself. So I was definitely going to hold off until Father's Day, because this was May, and Father's Day in June, and I was like, yeah, I can do it. So I just kind of started hinting, and men are like, so like, what would you do if we got pregnant like right when we started not trying to not have a baby? Wouldn't that be crazy? And he's just, yeah, that'd be crazy, whatever, crazy lady. Anyway, so on June 1st, he was in the shower, I was in the bath, I was on the toilet next to him, in the shower, and I got up from the toilet and I said to my husband, I'm pretty sure I just had a miscarriage. It was incredibly sad. It was a hard thing. I was super, super sad. I know there are a lot of people who have been through that situation. It was heartbreaking. We were both really sad, and we hadn't told anybody that we even were. He didn't even really know that we were, and so we just didn't even tell anybody even after that for a long time. So that was June 1st. And then on Father's Day, I still gave him a Father's Day card, and I was just like, I love you so much, we'll try again, everything will be okay, la-di-la-di-la. We were in it to win it. So, our anniversary was July 21st, and we went to Salt Lake. It was so super fun. And the Days of 47 rodeo, July 24th in Salt Lake. We went to that. It's super fun because one of his friends is in it. I think there was only one, or maybe there was two. I can't remember. I think Jesse may have gotten hurt right before that, but Casey was in it. Anyway, I don't know if any of you know anything about rodeo, but if you do, you know who I'm talking about. They're cool people, and they are Stetson's friends. Yeah, my husband's name is Stetson. Isn't that a cute name? I bet you guys can't wait to meet him. You should be excited to meet him because he's the most incredible individual in the entire world, and I married him. I love him so much, and you will meet him next week because next week is his birthday. He is excited to be on these videos. You're not going to be on all of them because they will be hours long, and you will understand that next week. So when we were in Salt Lake, I did everything. Like, we went to the rodeo, like I said, and we were in and out of the car, and I was lifting heavy things in and out of the car. I was doing all sorts of hard physical work, and I felt crappy. I'm like, this is crazy. I feel so crappy. And I was like, maybe it's just because we're here. I'm doing a whole bunch of extra work, more than I usually do. Maybe because it's freaking hot, because it was really, really hot in July. And yeah, it was just crazy. I felt crappy. When we got home, I was like, seriously, I am either pregnant still, or something's really wrong with me, because I do not feel good. So my husband has to get a physical once a year for insurance purposes. I'm pretty sure that's how everybody's insurance is, right? So I decided that if I was making him an appointment, I might as well make me an appointment. We can go together. That'd be great. His doctor's awesome. So on August 23rd, we went to the doctor together. We took our urine analysis together. And then we went back in the office, and the doctor went over all of Stetson's stuff. Bam, he passed like flying colors. Everything's great. And then he started on me, had me jump up on the table, was starting the exam, and I said to him, so does that urine analysis include like a pregnancy test, or, and he's like, does it need to? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. I feel like crap, so that's maybe. I feel really fat and I feel like crap, so that's a possibility. So he opened the door and told his nurse, like, hey, do a pregnancy test. So a couple minutes later, the nurse came in, and like all these people in there, they know my husband. You guys will understand when you meet him next week. But she opened the door and she was like, that's all she did. Like, she did this funny face. So Stetson and I were like, oh my gosh, really? Like, what the heck are we gonna do? And then the doctor decided to listen to my belly for a heartbeat, and the second he put it on there, it was like louder than loud. Bow, 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 bow. Like the loudest, fastest heartbeat. Like, it was so cute. And I actually had a video of, like, I could see the doctor's hands going on my belly, and I could could hear the heartbeat and I could see my husband's face. And he was so excited. It's the cutest video. Okay, so then we got out of there. Well, the doctor said, you are really far along. You are like 16 to 20 weeks along. Like, oh my gosh, really? That's fabulous, because here I am almost halfway done. Yeah, buddy. Oh, and the other thing about it is, after I thought I had a miscarriage, I was not sick at all. And before that, it was 6 weeks before that, I was really sick. Like, throwing up, could not get up, headaches, just nauseous as nauseous, saltine crackers were my friend. And then after that, I wasn't sick at all. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely had a miscarriage. And I told the doctor that, like, I seriously think I had a miscarriage. And he's like, well, I want to see, like, I want you to go get a, oh my gosh, I want you to go get an ultrasound today, because I want to see what happened. Like, maybe it was twins and you just lost one, because you definitely have one in there now. And I thought that was crazy, because that actually happened to my sister. She had twins and miscarried one and still delivered the second one. She's really old now. Anyway, she's really not that old, but to me she is. So I'm like, well, that would be crazy. You can, like, that doesn't happen that often, to have it happen to my sister and then me too. Like, that'd be crazy. Anyway, so we went over and we got an ultrasound, and she was like, you are 17 weeks, 3 days, and if you'd like to know the sex, I can go ahead and tell you that. And I'm like, oh yeah, tell us. And she's like, she like moves it around. She's like, that right there, that's a boy. He had his legs like this. Like, his legs were just spread open, like, hey everybody, I'm a boy. I'm like, oh, you're just like your mom and dad, just showing it off. Anyway, so she was like, I'll get this information over to your doctor and then you can go from there. So I had ultrasound pictures. Yay, it was fun. My whole life, remember, I had said I'm not telling anybody until I'm obviously pregnant. Well, no one had said one word to me. I felt like I was fat, but I never weigh myself ever. I think that's horrible for your self-esteem, so I never do. So I have no idea how much I weighed before, which this got crazy. People got mad at me because I had no idea how much I weighed before I got pregnant. Like, I don't know. I don't weigh myself. It's horrible for your self-esteem. It is. Don't get on the scale. Go with the way you feel. You feel great. You look great. Everything's fine. Anyway, that's my belief. So, sorry, I have something in my throat. We got in the car. We both just looked at each other like, holy cow, we're having a baby real soon. Like 17 weeks along already. That's really soon. We need to tell people, like, right now. You know, let's just tell our parents. So we actually came up to his parents' house, and when we walked in the door, I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I have something cool to show you. And I opened up my phone and I started playing the video. They couldn't see it, but I was playing it, and so it was like dum 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 dum. And I was like, what does that sound like to you guys? And both of them were like, what? They got super excited, and I showed them. And then I said, it's definitely a baby. And then I said, and wait, it gets even better. It's a boy. And I gave him the ultrasound pictures, and we were all so excited because, I don't know, I was meant to be a boy mom. I'm just a boy kind of mom. Anyway, so we were all excited. Then we went to my parents' house. That's where we were living. And we were going to it was an open house for a new fire station, neighboring town. And we were on the way there, and I again played the video. Dunk, 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 dunk. And I'm like, what is that? And my mom, who was still alive, said, is that a tractor? It sounds like a tractor. So my mom was in the driver's seat, my dad was in the passenger seat, and my husband and I were in the back seat. And like, actually, I pulled out the ultrasound and I put it across the front, and I was like, it's a boy! excited. It was super fun. And then that night, my sister was actually out at the fire station, so we told her too. It was really fun. And then we went from there as far as who we told, announcing it on Facebook and whatever. Super fun. So then, when I was 6 months pregnant, my mom died. This was my first baby. So it was really hard. I was extremely sad. Before that, so August 23rd is when we found out, and then from that day until September 29th, my mom and I had started going through her whole house, like just getting rid of tons of stuff so that we could make an empty room to have a baby's room. So we were going through all my mom's stuff, getting rid of a bunch of junk, so that then we could go through my stuff and get rid of a bunch of junk. Like, we were getting ready for this baby. So then on September 29th, my parents got in a razor accident. If you haven't watched the video before, you need to go watch it. And then my mom was she was hurting pretty bad after September 29th, and then she passed away October 18th, day before my birthday. And then I had no mom. And that's when I was 6 months pregnant. So we had a funeral. And I was convinced that, actually I do know, that emotional things definitely make a difference on me physically. So I was very strong. And I convinced myself that once this baby was here, then I would feel it. I would let it go. I would be able to feel my mom leaving. So like I said before, we had to live in a certified family home. My husband has to live in a certified family home. And without the provider, which was my mom, he could no longer live there. So he needed to move back in with his mom. So he moved up to his parents' house immediately. Like the day that my mom died, that night he moved up here. And then I slowly but surely moved up here too. Extremely hard thing. But like I said before, I'm pretty sure most pregnant people, every single time someone moves, they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I was pregnant when we moved. Happens a lot, right? Anyway, so it's still a hard thing, but we figure it out day by day, and we choose to be happy anyway. So I told you that I was taking hypnobirthing classes. I wanted this really awesome birth, all natural. January came. He was due January 29th. January came, and my little man was breech as breech. His little head was shoved underneath my rib cage right here, and he was not moving. I did every single thing you could possibly think of to get that baby to turn. He did not turn. He would not. He was just a stubborn little sucker. And I mean, I laid on the stairs with my head down. I laid on the couch. All kinds of crazy stuff. Yoga balling it up. Cold peas on my belly. All kinds of stuff. It didn't work out. So a couple days before I had him, I went to the doctor and they're like, you really need to schedule a C-section. And I was like, I want to wait till January 29th. I want to have him natural. Anyway, if you go into labor when he's breech, it's going to be emergency C-section. It's going to be sad. So I prayed and prayed and prayed. And I scheduled the C-section, which I did not want to have. I was horribly scared about it. I really, really didn't want to have a C-section, but I scheduled it. And I still prayed, and I still kept trying to get that baby to turn. He didn't. So on January 24th, January 23rd, I went to sleep. I did not sleep all night because I had a migraine all night. That was really fun. I got up at 2 a.m. and I took a long, hot, nice shower, washed my hair, shaved my legs. Everything was fantastic. And my sister came and picked me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. went to the hospital. It was the foggiest like it's ever been up here. Like it was a super, super foggy morning, and it was slow going to get to the hospital, which was it's only like not even 5 miles away, and it was slow going. Anyway, we got there, got all ready for the C-section. I was still praying that when they did that last ultrasound, he'd be turned and I could just go home, but he was stuck. So my husband got there, my mother-in-law brought him, and they rolled me back to the surgery room. I got a catheter and they cut me open, and my husband came into the room with me, my husband and sister. Yes, you're only supposed to have one person. We had some special circumstances, so I got my sister and my husband. And my little man was born at 6:44, January 24th, 2019, 6:44 a.m., 6 pounds, 8 ounces, 20 and a half inches long. My little boy, and he was freezing cold, and they took him over to a heater trying to warm him up. My midwife, who was in the surgery with the doctor who did the surgery, was like, get that baby over to mom right now. And the nurse was really not very nice, but she did. My midwife told her. She brought him right here, and his little face was right here. Started sucking on my neck. He was so cute, and I was so excited. So, moral of that story is, it turned out absolutely fantastically beautiful and perfect, even though it was exactly the opposite of what I ever imagined and what I ever wanted, ever. I was so upset about having a C-section, but afterward, it was okay. Anyway, so then my sister stayed the night at the hospital with me, and it was awesome. My baby was perfect. I got my milk like immediately, and I was able to be all natural that way, so he wasn't on formula, which you choose whatever you want. I'm not against anyone having formula, but I just really wanted to breastfeed my baby, and I did. I was able to do that exclusively for almost 10 months, probably 10 months exclusively. He didn't have anything else but breast milk. I was super excited about that. So the next night, my husband decided that he really wanted to stay, which I was like, okay, fine, you can stay, which is kind of crazy. What you need him, you'll get it. He has not been sick. He has not thrown up for, it was 16 years at this point. Well, he stayed the night, and approximately 4 o'clock in the a.m., I woke up to him getting to the bathroom as fast as possible while he's vomiting all over himself on the floor. So I just went ahead and pushed the call button, and the nurses came in, and I'm like, well, the nurses came over the thing and said, what can I do for you? I need someone to come in here and clean up my husband's vomit. Because I just had a C-section. I don't even have my legs back yet. Actually, I did. I had been up by then. But anyway, I wasn't lifting him up. So that happened, and the doctor came in the next morning and was like, oh my gosh, if this wasn't your first baby and we had all your pain under control, I would let you go home today. Like, you're doing fantastic. This is great. And I'm like, can I please stay another day? Because my husband and mother-in-law are both vomiting at home, and I really don't want to vomit with a fresh C-section scar. So he let me stay for a couple more days. Awesome, right? And that, I enjoyed having someone else change my baby's diapers, and nice little showers, and whatever food I wanted. I was hungry, so hungry. It was awesome to start out. It was awesome. Then I got to come home, and I have just loved my baby ever since. Every single day. I've been with him every single day. I have only spent one night away from him, and it was for my birthday, and it was nice. But I can't do it. I can't. I can and I will. But like I said, he was exclusively breastfed for 10 months. Now he's 12 months and he's eating. He's still breastfeeding, but he's also eating. He's my good little man. He has 6 teeth. He got 6 teeth in the month of December. Crazy. So sad. He is seriously the happiest, strongest, coolest baby ever. Because he got 6 teeth in the month of December and he still slept. Through the night. Every night. If you want to see a very happy girl, a very blessed girl, a very lucky girl, you are looking at it. Because my baby is the absolute best baby ever. He eats good. He sleeps good. Goes to the bathroom good. He's only been sick. He had a little nose thing, cough when he was 6 weeks old. I was very nervous about that, but he made it through like a champ. He had another little cold thing like 2 months ago. Made it through like a champ. Right now he has a fever super bad, and I'm really hoping that it's just from teething, but it may be something more. I'm guessing maybe an ear infection. But I need all of you to pray for me, and fingers crossed that he does not have an ear infection, because once you meet my husband, you will know that lucky is the only way I could be to be able to make it through this without my mom. I miss my mom every day. I need her every day. I want to call her every single day. What do I do when my baby has a fever? But I put a stinking smile on my face and everything is good. And we had an awesome birthday party like I told you before. It was super fun. I love my baby. I love my new life. It is hard. It is different. And it is so hard. I am so lucky. No one even knew I was pregnant until I was like 9 months pregnant. Everybody was just like, oh, when are you having... Didn't somebody say you were pregnant? Yes. Yes, I'm very pregnant, actually. Yeah. Jeez, you don't even look pregnant. Yeah, I feel very pregnant. It was fun, actually. It was very, very lucky, very blessed time. I made it through. And so did my little man, and he is so perfect. 10 fingers, 10 toes, no cleft palate, which I would care about because I talk to a lot of speech therapists. And when you meet my husband, you'll understand why on that also. I am super excited for you guys to listen next week because my husband's really excited. He's always excited about things that have anything to do with me, and especially now his little man. He's a very good dad, and we are super excited to be parents. So, I need you to be my absolute awesome friends like you are. And I need you to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my page. Super important that you subscribe to my page because I need like lots more subscribers. At last count, I was only at 27. Come on, people. I know a lot more of you are watching these videos. I know you are. And next week is going to be a really good one. So if you subscribe and set it up so that it will notify you, I know you can do that because I figured that out, and I am not tech savvy in any way, shape, or form. As you can tell, this video is not edited in any way, shape, or form. I know that you can figure it out, how to share it, how to subscribe, share it publicly, share it everywhere. I want the world to know that happiness is a choice. And also, shout out to my bestie from high school. He's amazing. I'm so proud of him. He is fighting this addiction thing. He's sober and he's awesome, and he's doing super awesome right now. He has found a super awesome thing for himself, and I am so, so happy, so, so proud of my awesome friend. Shout out to him. I love you. I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Please help me out. Like this video. You can even comment on this video. Please share it. Please subscribe. I really want you guys to see next week. It'll be so fun. And I will try and get my phone cleaned out so that it doesn't take till midday. Well, late day on Sunday instead of Saturday to get it posted. But here it is. I was only a little bit late. I love you guys. I really do. Once I love you, I always will, no matter what. Green's the best color. Happiness is a choice. And I love you. Life is beautiful. Have a great week. Make it a great week. I love you all. Goodbye.